Welcome to the Leaders Manger with Pastor Dr. Oke Onyema. Our course title is still Leadership Pitfalls. The topic is Abuse of Power in Leadership. The inspiration is taken from Genesis chapter 12, 14 to 16. Leadership positions give leaders the privilege to exercise power and authority over followers or subordinates. The intoxicating nature of power makes leaders prone to abuse of power. Unfortunately, a lot of people who are entrusted with leadership responsibilities in different spheres of human society have exhibited blatant abuse of power in the discharge of their leadership functions. This accounts for cases of corruption, prejudice, injustice, and pogrom, ethnic and religious bigotry that have bedeviled our world today. In a bid to extract obedience and loyalty from subordinates, followers, or subjects, some leaders use brute force and subterfuge against the people they lead. Some loot their commonwealth like masters ruling over slaves who do not have a stake in the polity. Some leaders become so absolute that they arrogate to themselves, their families and cronies, their right to own and enjoy the best resources in their domain of influence. Genesis 12:14 to 16 says, "So it was when Abraham came into Egypt that the Egyptians saw the woman that she was very beautiful. The princes of Egypt also saw her and commended her to Pharaoh, and the woman was taken to Pharaoh's house." Pharaoh exhibited the traits of a leader who engages in abuse of power. When his officers recommended Sarah, a beautiful woman, to him, he took her like a commodity for sale, without recourse to her right to dignity, choice, and consent. In Genesis 12:17, the scripture affirms that the Lord inflicted serious diseases on Pharaoh and his household because of Abraham's wife, Sarah. Pharaoh's penchant for more at the expense of others eventually exposed his entire household to outbreak of sickness. This is an indication that leaders who engage in abuse of power against others face retributive justice from God. When leaders engage in abuse of power, their families also suffer the consequences of their actions. To change this leadership anomaly, leaders must realize that people entrusted them with the power they hold. Those who are not privileged to be in leadership positions also have the right to life and the good things it offers. Abuse of power is destructive and demeaning to others. Leaders who engage in obnoxious and opportunistic behaviors not only destroys the people's psyche, but also desecrate the sanctity and credibility of their leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the series of Leadership Pitfalls. Our email still remains theleadersmanger@gmail.com. Like our Facebook page, Leaders Manger. Watch the complete series on our YouTube channel at The Leaders Manger. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Join us again in our next presentation. Till then, always remember there is something about you God wants to change. Thank you for listening.